Ahoy everyone, my name is Cirque and welcome back to another episode here on the NightOwl server. I'm just switching out all this nice oxidized copper so we can get some more of this stuff oxidized. Look at all this. I've got quite a big area dug out here underground and got the copper all spread out so it oxidizes nice and quickly. And the reason we're doing this is because I want to finally open up my first shop here on the server. I want to make a copper shop where we sell all sorts of copper items, mainly the different levels of oxidized copper, and we'll get them all nice and waxed so that if people want to build with this nice green copper, they don't have to wait for their copper to oxidize. I've done it for them already. And this isn't all the copper that we have. We actually have a whole nother layer right downstairs. Oh, look at all that, getting oxidized. Trying to do this as quickly and efficiently as possible, which is why I have this layout going on. I think I've got the copper blocks like as compact as you can put them, so that it still oxidizes quickly. Basically, you can't have the copper within 4 blocks of each other, otherwise it slows down the process. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4 is how it counts the distance. It's like taxi cab distance, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of this diamond shape, not that one. A diamond shape like this, that you can't have any copper inside that area. Otherwise, the copper is going to slow down its oxidization process. It likes to oxidize as a group. So like if we had these two next to each other, this one's not going to get any greener until this one gets to this level of green. But since we've got it spread apart, they all oxidize like independently, and the process can go a lot faster. Now, while I was setting this whole thing up, I got a little distracted. There is a beacon right over there, Kami's beacon, that gave me haste and helped me dig it out a little bit, but it doesn't quite reach all the way across, and I do want to expand this thing. I could just move Kami's beacon, I know he wouldn't mind, but I would like a beacon of my own, so I went and I got some wither skeleton skulls, got 3 of them that we need to fight the wither, but we're also going to need some resource blocks to build the beacon pyramid. Sadly, copper doesn't work, we got tons of that, and I think that would look really cool, but I can see why they didn't allow copper since it is so abundant. Usually I would use iron, but I actually really need my iron right now. I don't have a ton of it, and I feel like I'm using it really quickly. So my other idea was that we could make the beacon out of emeralds. We've got a pretty nice trading village out here set up, so I decided to come out here and do some trading with all of these farmers and the librarians to see how quickly I could get enough emeralds to make a beacon. And that was going pretty well. I was making some decent emeralds, but after a while I just got sick of manually harvesting all of these fields and waiting for the pumpkins and the wheat and the sugarcane to grow. So I came back over here and set up a few farms for our villager trading. We've got ourselves a pumpkin farm, we've got a little melon farm down there, and we have a sugarcane farm, right up here. Oh, look at all that sugarcane. So now we've automated these resources. We can just AFK here, get a good stockpile, and then trade it away to the villagers for some good emeralds. And these farms are pretty simple to set up. The sugarcane one, we've got water underneath that block there, that stone block there, right next to the dirt, so that we can plant the sugarcane. Then we've got some pistons at that second block, and then observer blocks on top. So if any of these grow, I don't have any sugarcane, but if I grab some of this and put this on top, then it will break the whole line, or at least most of the line, and send it down into this water stream, end up in here. Pretty simple. And then all of these farms are all the same. Let's hop up. Let's see. Do I got some blocks? Let's hop up here, take a look. So we've got an observer looking at the plant, either the melon or the pumpkin stock, with pistons on either side. Observer goes into a block behind it with redstone on either side. So as soon as this grows up and attaches to a block, then the observer will activate, and it will activate the 2 pistons on either side, push the pumpkin or melon off into the water stream there. And yeah, it works pretty nice. Let's see what we've got so far. We've got quite a few melons there. I've crafted some into the blocks already. And look at all of those beautiful pumpkins. This was the first one that I set up. And we've got a ton of pumpkins here. I think these are all 32 blocks deep. So we've got 16 pumpkins, or about 16 pumpkins on either side. I'm not sure if it's 15 or 16. And that'd be 64 per layer, and we've got 4 layers. I only put 1 layer of melons because I actually ran out of redstone and iron. I also want to put more sugarcane. I want to put, I think, 3 more right next to this. And if that's not enough, then I might even build them taller. I want to make sure that these farms are big and quick so that we can just come out here, maybe AFK for a short period, and get a bunch of trading resources that we can go and turn into emeralds. And I've actually almost got enough emeralds for a beacon. I think I have them. Yeah, I think they're in here. Right here, look at all those. I believe you need 2 stacks and 36 blocks. So this should be enough to get us all the emeralds that we need. We'll have to come back to this and finish it up once I get some more resources, and maybe make it look a little bit prettier. And there we go. The last of my pumpkins and melons are traded away. Let's turn these into blocks. And that should be, oh yeah, we got plenty there. Oh, we can make 2 more blocks. Plenty of blocks for our beacon. And I don't really feel like fighting this wither for real. So we're going to head to the end portal down here and cheese it. Oh, looks like we got some soul sand already set up. Let's throw our heads down, back up a little bit. I did bring an enchanted golden apple just in case something went wrong here, but hopefully this works out. Oh yeah, he's nice and stuck in there. I thought he was raising up there for a little bit, but I think we're fine. And look at that, first wither, no problem. We got the nether star, and let's replace the soul sand so that it's here for the next person. And there we go, pyramid is built. Let's get a crafting table, and let's make our very first beacon. Get that placed down, and that should activate. Oh yeah. And let's see. We'll have to grab an emerald to get this powered. Let's do some haste 2. Throw that in there. And now we have haste 2, which means, oh, there we go. Super fast digging time. Except, of course, for this deep slate. And there we go. With the help of our new beacon, we've got a nice 6 chunk by 3 chunk double layer area for oxidizing all of our copper blocks. So I'm going to let this stuff turn green, and while we do that, we might as well head up to the surface and start work on our new shop. Of course, the first thing we need to do here is pick where we're going to build our brand new shop here at spawn, which is coming along really nicely. I love the way that everyone's builds are meshing together. There's been a few changes since the last time we looked around. Like this landscaping here at Bubba's Eiffel Tower. I think he did this like soon after we last showed this on video. And man, I love red paths. I love the way they contrast against the green grass and all the leaves. Oh, he's even got like a nice mowed lawn here. Got the mow lines going through here and all these nice tables that are sort of functional. You can kind of sit in the chairs. Oh, they're a little big. I feel like a child walking up in there. Minecraft just needs to add tables and chairs. That would be so lovely. But yeah, let's hop down here and see what else is new. So there's a big new house over here on the river. We also have a nice little park here right by spawn. Nice little community park. Little picnic area over here, looks like. Little bench. Nice fountain here. Looks lovely. A nice little touch of greenery. I mean, there's plenty of greenery here at spawn, but yeah, Vengeance Tech Park. Nice little reference to Season 1. And we have a nice big map of the area so we can see what the whole place looks like. Look at that. What a mess. Just so much stuff going on here, but it's lovely. It's amazing. I feel like towns that are a mess are the best. Now, looking at the map here, it's starting to get a little crowded over on this side of town. There's a lot of builds going on. Definitely still plenty of room to put stuff here. And I definitely want to come in here and build a few community things. But this has sort of become the residential area. Most people are building their homes over on this side of spawn. So I think instead of putting our shop over here, we're going to move over to this side, over towards this, towards where we're living up on the hill, and maybe start a little shopping district off in this direction. We've got this really nice area over here tucked up against the jungle mountains and the mesa here. Nice and open, or at least it would be if we cleared out all of the bamboo and the trees. And I think this would make a really nice area to expand into, set up a nice little shopping district, or, you know, whatever people want to build over here. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to set up the first building in this area, and I think we're going to build our shop right here. And I think our shop is going to look something like this. I might play around with it a little bit more, but I got a frame set up so we can get an idea of the roof line and the shape of the building. I want to go with like a log cabin type feel. Have this nice, tall, angular roof on the front for the entrance. And then we're going to have a little porch on the front here. And then the actual shop will be right in this area. And of course we have to show off our products, so I'm going to make the roof out of copper like my house up there, except we're going to let that copper age, or we'll mix in some of the oxidized copper, maybe make a nice gradient across the roof, so we can show off all the different colors and what we're offering here in the shop. I found something. Oh man. Oh no, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Is this a skeleton spawner right below the shop? I was hearing all of these mobs underground. I thought there was just a cave, which, I mean, there is. There's still some mobs somewhere. But I didn't expect to drop right down into a skeleton dungeon. Ah, here's the rest of the mobs. Hello. Hi, everybody. We got anything good in these chests? We got a little bit of coal. That's nice. And some diamond horse armor. Okay, nothing too special. I wonder if we should set up... Maybe we'll have to have a skeleton spawner, a little skeleton farm in our basement. Oh, I could move that. If I move that forward, then that skeleton spawner would be activated anytime anyone's in the shop. Or maybe I'll have to set up a separate building right across the street for this skeleton spawner. Have a nice community one here at spawn. Nice and convenient for everybody to use. Look at that skeleton spawner down there. Just sitting there, hiding 10 blocks under the ground, waiting for someone to stumble upon it and turn it into a farm. But not today. We can't do any more projects today. We've been distracted enough. We need to get this shop finished up, which... I have pretty much got the whole building all built and done, and man, I love the way that this turned out. Pretty close to what I was imagining in my head. We've got the beautiful copper roof. So far, it hasn't oxidized at all. I think I'm just going to kind of let it naturally oxidize, and at some point in the future, I'll come through and wax it all up when I think it looks nice. But yeah, playing around with some of the mangrove logs, which, I mean, this wood... sucks to farm. I had to finally go farm some more of it since my first little farming session back when I first started the house up there. Oh, I hate those trees so much. Just such a pain to get the logs out of there. But yeah, we've got our little porch in here. Made a railing and some posts out of the lightning rods. I was going to use fences, which probably would look better. But, you know, this is the copper shop. I wanted to use the copper stuff. And I thought this was kind of neat, kind of an interesting way to use the lightning rods. I played around a lot with the spruce trapdoors, stairs, and slabs to make a bunch of archways throughout the building. Add a lot of detail throughout here, especially on the gable ends over here. Made this nice kind of intricate design throughout this top part, backed by the diorite to kind of highlight that negative space, to use some fancy artwork terms. We've got a couple of windows in the back with some gables, some small gables popping out to break up that roof, add a little interest. Use some stone brick and mossy stone brick to add a little, I don't know, make it look a little bit more rustic, fit in nicely with the jungle around it. And I guess we can head inside. Pretty empty in here, obviously. I still gotta fill it up with all of the actual shop stuff. But yeah, just have some like archways kind of going through here, supporting that roof. And yeah, pretty excited, pretty happy about it. Now this shop needs a name yet, and I think we're gonna name it after something I really hope they add to Minecraft. It'd be a really small addition, but I think it would be pretty cool. We're gonna call it the Copper Lantern. You know, obviously we have lanterns in the game now that you make out of iron nuggets. I want a copper variation of this. I think that'd be pretty cool, and just give you another lighting source to play around with. So that's what we're gonna call it here. And in honor of the name, I want to try and make like a big copper lantern. And what I'm thinking is something like this. I don't know if that's good or not. It does look a little weird. I don't know. Maybe that's not great. It's sort of just like a giant lantern, giant light there. We could try other types of lights, although I think the shroom light looks the best. I've got glowstone here, which I've actually retextured and sort of looks like the new frog lights. I might have to play around with that texture now that frog lights look kind of similar to that. We don't have any frog lights here on the server yet. No one's made a farm or tried to make any. We'll have to maybe tackle that someday. But then we also have sea lanterns. Those are kind of our only options. The sea lantern kind of contrasts a bit too much. I do like the way that the shroom light matches with the copper color. So I think that's what we're going to go with. And I'm thinking about just putting like a big lantern out in front here. But maybe we could also hang some lanterns from the top. Let's see. Let's pillar up here. And let's do a block. Let's do a shroom light. Let's do a slab underneath. And then I'm going to break this block. And we're going to use a lightning rod to kind of hang this from the peak there. So how does that look up there? Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I do like the shroom light there. I think it matches really nicely. I wish I could put something like small on top to sort of cap the top off. But I can't use a slab because then you can't use the, you wouldn't be able to use the lightning rod up top. I suppose I could do maybe a stair. I've got some stairs here. You know, our other option would be doing something like that with a stair on top to make it look like it's hanging from the stair, which isn't terrible, but I'm not sure if I really like that better. Now at the moment, I have all of these wide open windows that you can just sort of walk right into, which isn't great, especially if there's any mobs around. But I'm not sure what to fill them with, because they're sort of awkwardly shaped, and I do want to keep these spruce blocks, these slabs and stairs. Otherwise, I feel like it really takes away a lot from the look of it. So I don't think glass is going to look very good, but maybe we could do something with either iron bars, throw some iron bars in there to kind of fill some of the gap, or some fences. That works pretty well to fill the gap. Actually, I think I like that better. Or we could even use some like fence gates, which Actually, on this one, I think we'd have to take out some of these trapdoors to actually do anything here. If we take those out, and then, nope, put some fence gates in here. I don't know if that looks the greatest for that one. Maybe if you put fences below the fence gate, might look all right. Because I think if you put a fence there, that looks a little weird. I don't know. There's really no great solution to it, I don't think. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I think for now I'm just going to leave them open or maybe fill them with fences. And now it's time to stock up the shop. I've got quite a bit of the fully oxidized copper, so I just need to go through here and turn this all into the other two, the, what is it, exposed and the weathered? Yeah, exposed and weathered copper. And then we can combine this stuff with some beeswax. Oh, and I just found the easier way to do this. You can have your axe in your offhand and pick in the right hand. Then you can polish and mine in one quick motion. And now we just need to grab ourselves some honeycomb, which I have a little bit of. I think I've got a pretty decent stockpile. Are those all full? And I've got these as well. I've got a decent stockpile that will last me a bit. And then we can go and craft all this stuff into the waxed copper. I do still need to clean up my bee farm up here. It's still just a mess all over the place, and I need to manually collect all the honeycomb. But no more distractions this episode. I just want to get that shop all done. And our brand new shop, the Copper Lantern, is stocked up and ready for business. I put a few final touches on the build. I added some more of these hanging lights off of the gables there, and I decided to put some acacia fences on the sides here, although I did leave the front and back windows open. I thought this looked a little bit better, and I liked having the spruce trapdoors on the sides. But hopefully that doesn't cause any problems with mobs coming in here. And then we've got our sign out front on this this Copper Lantern mock-up, which is pretty cool. We can head inside, and we've got a pretty big open space for not a lot of stuff that we're selling. To keep it simple, we're only selling 4 different things. We're selling the regular copper blocks, the exposed copper blocks, the weathered copper blocks over here, and then the oxidized copper. And I've got a couple of chests for the oxidized and the regular copper, because I figured those would be probably the most popular options. We're not going to be selling any of the like cut copper blocks or stairs or slabs or anything like that, because they can craft all that stuff from these blocks, so they can just make whatever they need for their builds. I even have a little stone cutter here for the customers to use to craft all their stuff. A little notice above, remember to cut your copper blocks on the stone cutter. Definitely want to use this thing, because one thing I learned while working on the cliff houses is that when you craft the cut copper in your inventory, you get 4 cut copper for 4 copper blocks. That makes sense. You know, it's a 1-to-1 recipe. But if you do it in a stone cutter, you actually get 4 cut copper from 1 copper block. So you can get 4 times the blocks. You get 8 slabs, you get 4 stairs. It seems a little wrong. That seems broken. But yeah, you definitely want to make sure to use the stone cutter when you're crafting your copper blocks. And for pricing here, I wasn't quite sure what to charge for all this, but I ended up on 3 diamonds per stack for the regular copper blocks and 4 diamonds per stack for all of the other ones. So we're charging a little bit more for that weathering process. You know, it takes a little bit more effort to make this stuff. But we also have a copper exchange program or service. So if you've got your own copper that you want to bring in, you can exchange that for the other types, and then you can pay a discounted 2 diamonds per stack to get these different copper blocks. And of course, all of these are nice and waxed and ready for your building, except for these. I'm not sure if it's worth it to wax the oxidized copper. I guess maybe does lightning polish the copper when it strikes? That might be a problem. But otherwise, like obviously the oxidized copper can't turn any more green. But yeah, there you have it. We've got our first shop built here on the server. I'm definitely going to be busy trying to stock this up a bit more, get some more of these different types of blocks. But I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out, and I'm excited to hopefully other people start setting up some shops over in this area. Maybe next episode we'll work on this thing, get a little building set up around that. I think that'd be pretty cool. But if you enjoyed the episode, make sure to leave a like down below, comment what you think of the new shop here, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, folks.